It's built in a lease, so I don't own the building, but myself and my son run that now for 6.5 years.
Really?
And it's flowing by.
We'll talk more about that later on. How do you two guys meet?
We met because I wandered into the bar about 4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I came into a weekend called Fiddle Hell, which was for violins. So I wandered in with my cello and loved it. And then I mithered Tom. I said, come on, I want to do something with his music.
Yeah.
And we've taken it from there, really.
Yeah.
It's been about 4.5 years, hasn't it, Tom?
It has been, yeah.
It's a great sound, that cello, isn't it?
Fantastic sound. Fantastic sound. I've never had a chance to work with a cello before. Yeah. And it just, certain songs, Helen's built a whole style around them. Yeah. Because we have a band, there's a 5-piece band, which we do duo work as well as working with the band. But it just is such an unusual sound to have that combined with soprano saxophone and slide guitar and things like that.
Yeah. And are you busy with the gigs?
Well, we play regularly the Tara's Song. We just did a festival over in Ireland. Yeah. And we've got a couple of other things lined up. But my time's restricted a lot with trying to keep the Tara's Song going. Yeah. So I have gone off on trips around the States and so forth on my own to really come up for air, as it were, you know, because when I first started it was full on for a couple of years, and at that time my younger son wasn't really interested in it. Yeah. But I just said to him, I've set up this tour of the States, it's yours now, and I went, and he rose to the occasion, as they say, and now he runs it pretty much on his own now. I'm more on the music side of things. Yeah. So yeah, we will be doing a lot more, and we're in the process. We've recorded a CD ourselves, just the duo stuff. Yeah. But we're doing a band album now, and it's the first one with the full band in about 7 years. So hopefully we'll have that done in a month or so.
And you in the band as well, am I?
Yeah.
You all?
Yeah, I got in there.
Yeah, it sounds good. I don't think I've heard the band actually.
Well, it's last Saturday of every month.
Last Saturday of every month?
At the Tower of Song.
Yeah. Where is that for people who don't know where it is?
It's on the Persia Road South. It's between Cotteridge and Kings Norton, B303JX. And if you go on the website, www.towerofsong.co.uk, all the stuff's there.
Yeah, and lots of people say good things. It's a fantastic little venue, isn't it?
Well,
people actually come to listen to music, not kind of...
Yeah, because there's no other distraction. You know, I've spent my life doing this one way or the other. And gigs were turning into karaoke or tribute bands or giant football screens, gaming machines. Yeah. And music was an appendage. Yeah. And to do the sort of song we just did there, you know, you can't compete with football screen and so on. So music then, bands started to become more tribute. Because it's the lowest common denominator, gets the gigs, etc. And but it meant it pushed out a whole lot of other original type music. And like many musicians before me, thought, well, we'll have a go at trying to run a club. And there was this derelict building, looked like a Mexican jail, been derelict for 12 years, and because of that, it was cheap to rent, and got it fixed up. And a friend of mine called Mike Brown, who's an artist, asked could he paint the walls, which I was hoping he was going to ask because I had no money to pay him. Yeah. And he's created a fantastic series of murals on the walls of musicians stretching right back to Ned Belly, up to Hank Williams, Buddy Holly, Chuck Berry, Beatles, Stones, etc. And one on the outside of blues legend Robert Johnson. So he has a key, I don't tell him what to paint, and they just appear. And there's still spaces on the walls yet, so I have to keep the place open.
That's fantastic, just to see the walls there. And you're on the walls as well.
Yes, he has included some local musicians now. I suppose it's the local and the legendary. Yeah. Again, I didn't know about it. I'm glad he did it. You know, it is now going to be the cover of this album we're talking about.
Oh, brilliant.
And he has Bill O'Brien up there who runs the Wednesday Night Ray River Roots. Yeah. Sam Cornwell is up there, who's a long-time friend of mine and great supporter of the place. Great songwriter in his own right. I'm sure he'll be interested in coming on the show, as with Bill O'Brien. Yeah. I'll put you in touch with that. Yeah. And there's two guys, the recent addition to the wall is two guys who run a monthly gig there called The Heartbeat Honky Tonk.
Right.
Early rock and roll and country stuff. Terry Foley and Jimmy Cox. And they're now immortalised on the wall.
What a brilliant way. Are you up there?
I am.
Oh, yes.
That's there. See, this is the T-shirt. You see what's happening there.
Oh, yes. We've got T-shirts as well. Yeah, we're filming this tonight, so it'll be on the Facebook page, which is live from the Royal. And quite a few artists from here have played up there, actually, who all say all good things about it.
Well, I suppose if you're a musician looking to be heard,
yeah.
It's a good situation. You know, I've tried to develop it from the point of view of a musician, being one myself. And as I say, there's no televisions or karaoke or anything like that. And it's a really good Bose L1 PA. And once people come there, that's the focus of the room, the live music. Where so many other places you play, the lighting is pretty much like we are now. And there's all distractions, you know, so you can't do anything too subtle in those situations. I'm not knocking them, you know, it's just another place to play. But musicians invariably say that when they play a guitar or song, it's a different... It's more like, at times it can be like a concert situation. Whereas tomorrow night it's the Crossroads Blues Club, and it's a bit more raucous and raunchy, as it were, you know, but that's part of it.
Exactly.
Music isn't just any one thing, as we know.
Of course, so we've had Vol Fletcher up here, he's been up there. Absolutely stunning. Catherine Howe, and trying to think, recently Chris Cleverly.
Chris Cleverly,
yeah. And Greenwood, they've been up here.
They all come to the place. And in some bigger names, Nick Harper played recently. He found the place and he loves it, wants to come back again. There's a guy called Steve Lawson who plays 6-string bass, who's moved to Birmingham. I think he edits Bass Guitarist magazine, and so it's a specialist. He now does once every couple of months a night devoted to bass players.
Oh wow!
And it's quite an interesting night, you know.
It is. I got a mate who's a bass player. I'm not dragging him.
Well, look out for it. The next one will be, I think it's about a month's time. And he's done one so far, and it was very successful. He had a guy on playing double bass, beautiful technique, and this Italian guy who played with a live drummer. And my son's into drum and bass, you know, so I said, there it is. You should snap this in. I said, yes, it is. These are the sort of things, you know, the sample something, you know.
And Helena, you of course were classically trained, I assume. Orchestras or?
I played. I trained a long time ago, and then I played professionally for quite a few years, and then went into teaching for family reasons. But I do quite a lot of playing, orchestral playing still, and then I work with Tom for lots and lots of my time. So I've got the best of all worlds, really.
Sounds it. So where did you play professionally?
I played in Germany, and I played with a couple of. I've done a lot of professional work in this country on a freelance basis. Done some gigs with Northern Symphonia, that sort of work, and I play with Symphonia of Birmingham regularly. So I have a double life, really, as a musician.
So which do you prefer at the two, or do they just balance out nicely?
I like them both equally, but in totally different ways. I mean, the creativity I found from working with Tom and improvising and not being glued to a music stand, which was very frightening at first, wasn't it, Tom?
Not for me, no.
It was for me. It was very frightening. But now I've been doing it for quite a while. I now gradually have realised I'm really enjoying just being creative in my own right and working with Tom's music. And then obviously there's demands of playing the classical repertoire and all the lots of stuff that you have to do with that as well.
So you're pretty busy.
Very busy.
We're lucky to get you here tonight. By the sound of it. But,
I'm very happy to be here.
We're glad you're here. Do you want to do another one?
Yeah.
Do you guys both write songs?
No, Tom does the writing of songs.
Yeah, they're all my songs, unless I say otherwise. But I know thousands of songs by lots of other people. But when we play, we tend to do mostly songs that I've written. But as I said, with the cello now being in the band with me for over 4 years now, you start to think in terms of it now, you know, and use it. Like the song we're going to do now called Key of Hill.